Hey everybody, Livingston here, and we're about to jump into another fun-filled Twilight Zone episode, and that is episode 9, Perchance to Dream. Looking forward to this one. November 26, 1959 is when this show came out, and I have no clue what this one is about, so I figured, let's just jump in and see what we're getting into.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is the middle ground between light
and shadow.
This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Twilight Zone. Always starts the same. Pan down. This time it's a building. A very tall building.
An ordinary scene, an ordinary city. To most of them, this hour will be a rest, a pleasant break in the day's routine.
It's a good time. Lunchtime.
To Edward Hall, time is an enemy.
Why is that? Yeah, what's wrong with him?
Mister, what's the matter? You sick?
Doesn't seem like he's feeling good. 1410 Elliot Rathman, MD, the doctor.
We've been expecting you, Mr. Hall.
Have you? Did he make an appointment?
Go right in.
He seems a little bewildered that he was accepted.
Hello, Mr. Hall. What's the matter? Are you ill?
I was tired.
You just feel tired. He's on the couch. What now? Is he a psychiatrist? Just goes to sleep. Definitely doesn't want to go to sleep.
I thought you said you were tired.
The tiredest man in the world. You don't know how many hours I've been awake? 87 hours.
That's a lot of hours.
And you can't go to sleep, is that it?
No, doctor, not can't. I mustn't.
Why?
I mustn't go to sleep because if I do, I'll never wake up.
What gives you that impression? I know it's a fear for some people.
You sure you're a psychiatrist?
Why do you ask?
Guess I expected something different.
Like an old man with a white beard and a German accent?
Sigmund Freud, but I like Freud when they say it in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures.
I'm just wasting your time.
Why'd you come to me?
Well, it was Fred Jackson's idea. He's my regular doctor.
I know, he called me. Age 35, occupation draftsman.
35? He is a very old 35-year-old. I don't know what it is, but why did people seem so old back then? I mean, for their age, when people say they're 30, 35, 40 years old in these Twilight Zone episodes, they seem so old in comparison to what 30 to 40-year-olds are today. I don't know why. Maybe it was the smoking. Moral of the story? Don't smoke.
Sometimes running away is the best answer. But I don't know that yours is that sort of problem.
Promise you won't put me in a straitjacket?
I don't promise anything.
Well, what makes me want to come back then? Look at that matte painting in the background. Black and white really helps with a lot of the background matte paintings. Makes it look more real than it really is.
I only wanted some air.
Suppose you tell me all about it, everything. Start anywhere.
You're gonna think I lost my marbles.
Marbles can be found, Mr. Hall.
Tell me your issues. I need to earn my keep.
Did you ever look at this picture? I mean, really look at it.
I think so. Why?
Has it ever moved?
No.
Would be cool if it did.
I can make it move.
We must see this.
When I was a kid, we had a picture like this in our house. Not the same thing exactly, but pretty close.
It's typical in households back in the day, I guess.
All I had to do was keep looking at it.
It was a pretty cool transition shot. Nice whip.
And did it move?
After a while,
Yes.
I figured.
Now, you understand there's nothing strange about that. It was an optical illusion.
Except that after a while, I couldn't control it. Every time I looked at that boat, the sails would fill and it would begin to dip.
Imagination, it's strong in a growing boy.
I got just as scared as if it were really happening. If you think you've got a pain in your arm and there's no physical reason for it, it hurts just the same, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's true. You concentrate so hard on something, you'll eventually feel that pain. I know from experience because I've done it.
I haven't got much longer anyway. You want to hear the rest or not?
Sure.
When I was 15, I developed a rheumatic heart. They said I'd never really get well.
I didn't know there was a thing.
No long walks, no stairs, no shocks. They forget about my imagination. 3 years ago, a woman was killed by a man who was hidden in the back seat of her car. You may have read about it. I did.
Where's this story going?
Anyway, it started me thinking. Maybe somebody was hiding in the back seat of my car.
Oh, that'd be spooky.
I had to drive the canyon twice a day. It's a rough road. Suddenly, I began to feel uncomfortable, as if I weren't alone in the car.
I've had those feelings.
I kept thinking there's somebody back there. I knew intellectually that I was alone. But I also knew that my imagination could make me see something if I thought about it long enough.
So what's he going to see? Doing a pretty good job building up that suspense as if somebody's actually going to show up in the rear view. That's a still image. Oh, a woman's eyes.
It was all in my mind. I was lucky. The shock should have killed me.
Has there been another one?
No, but there will be just as soon as I fall asleep.
Well, that's the thing. If you don't sleep, you end up seeing things while you're awake. Your body ends up forcing you to want to do REM sleep while you're still awake. I heard it's not fun.
Every dream was a chapter. I'd always remember because when I woke up, I'd write down what happened. Crazy, huh?
Not necessarily.
And you don't believe it's possible to dream in Episodes? And a week ago it started. I don't know when I fell asleep, but all of a sudden, I wasn't at home anymore. It was the kind of place you see only in nightmares, but it was real, too.
This is where you get those big prizes. Hit the bullseye and you get a Koopy doll.
Wiggle, the most sensational and electrifying.
I usually don't remember this much when I dream. Not to this specific point where I know what everyone's saying. It's like images, brief glimpses into things.
We know you're modest, but why should the folks out there take my word for it?
Hello. He's in leopard print. Showing a little leg. Interesting episode. I have no clue where this is going. Quite a long and exotic dance. Oh. Jeez, it's kind of mean.
I didn't know who the girl was. I'd never seen her before.
I have a feeling that we're going to see her in real life at some point.
There was something about her eyes.
Oh, there she is.
Maya,
Why did you do that? Run away.
I felt like it. Aren't you supposed to be back there entertaining the customers?
I'm free. Are you alone?
Smoking. Ugh. Never understood the reasoning behind it. I mean, I know you get like a little buzz off of it and such. Never liked the taste.
Oh, I know a lot of things. I'm Maya.
What does that mean?
Don't be afraid.
I'm more curious than afraid.
I'm not here. I'm at home, asleep. And you're part of that dream.
Is she, though?
I know that.
You do?
Fortunes told. 50-cent tickets. Man, what a time to live. I wonder if they put Vaseline on the edge of the lens to make that blurred glow. Dutch angle. Fun houses. It's been a long time since I've been to a fun house.
We've been expecting you, Mr. Hall.
Why?
You can kiss me now.
Well, it is a dream. What have you got to lose, buddy?
Now, look, whose dream is this anyway?
And we have left off. Oh, part of the fun house. Really not into her laughing just for no reason. Oh, we're back.
And you woke up then, hmm?
Yes. The doctor said I almost had it.
Tell me, do you know who the girl was?
No idea.
But you're sure she wanted to kill you?
Positive.
The next night I put off going to sleep until 1 o'clock. I was back in the amusement park.
Was he scared to go back to sleep because of this amusement park that exists within his mind, possibly?
Edward!
Get away from me.
Edward, it's only a dream.
I don't know, you keep laughing maniacally as if something bad's going to happen every time we're around each other.
Even though I knew exactly what it would mean, I had to follow her.
Where's this going? Well, this is definitely a projection screen in the background. Should have went practical and rode on an actual roller coaster. I hated roller coasters when I was a kid, but as the older I've gotten, the more I've been into roller coasters when I go to a theme park.
Yeah, that's it. If I go to sleep, I'll go right back to the roller coaster. She'll push me. And that'll be the end of me.
How do you know?
On the other hand, if I stay awake any longer, the strain will be too much for my heart, and that'll be the end of me.
So you're screwed either way.
You can't do anything more for me.
Why did you even show up here? Uh-oh. Hey, look who it is.
Maya!
What's the matter, Hall? I'm
Yep.
sorry, but her name doesn't happen to be Maya.
Well, looks a lot like her. Oh, and he just jumped. That was out of the blue.
Would you come here, please?
Oh,
I'm afraid he's dead.
wow.
He came in just a minute ago.
It was all a dream.
I know. Less than 2 seconds, he was asleep.
All started at the very beginning of the episode. That's nice. Good twist. Twilight Zone, you got me. Didn't know where it was going to go. I thought it was just like odd.
At least he died peacefully.
Wow.
They say a dream takes only a second or so. You
Is
can
it?
suffer and die, and who's to say which is the greater reality? The one we know or the one in dreams? In the Twilight Zone.
Well, that was it. That was episode 9. And I gotta say, the episode was kind of keeping me guessing throughout the entire thing until we got to the end. And that's when we realized, boom, it was all a dream. When he laid down on that couch, he was gone. And we didn't know it until the very end of the episode. So I was very unsure about this episode up until like the last minute of it. And once they showed us what actually was going on, I was like, wow, very interesting. I enjoyed that. Didn't know what to expect, and I'm glad. I like to go into these things blind without any explanation, no summary of the episode, and pleasantly surprised, I gotta say. Probably one of my favorite in season 1 so far, top 3. Really thought it was a great time. What did you think of this episode? Let me know, comment below. But let's jump into some trivia, see if we can learn a thing or two about this episode we just watched. The title of this episode and the Charles Beaumont written short story that inspired it is taken from William Shakespeare's Hamlet, To Be or Not to Be speech. To sleep, perchance, to dream, aye. There's the rub. The very next line for in that sleep of death, what dreams may come, was used by fellow The Twilight Zone writer Richard Matheson as the title of his next novel/movie, What Dreams May Come, 1998. I like that movie. Very good movie. You haven't seen it, Robin Williams. This was the first The Twilight Zone episode aired that was written by Charles Beaumont, and also the first that was not written by Rod Serling. Based upon a short story of the same name by Charles Beaumont, this was first published in the November 1958 issue of Playboy magazine. The opening upward pan of a skyscraper appears to be from the MGM silent film The Crowd, 1928. This is the first Twilight Zone episode that starts with the iconic Twilight Zone theme song. Oh, well, look at that. The woman the patient thinks is trying to kill him is named Maya. This is a Hindu word meaning the supernatural power wielded by gods and demons to produce illusions. Space 1999 had a shape-shifting character named Maya. Well, let me know what you think of this episode by commenting below. And while you're at it, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to continue on this voyage to the episode 156 of The Twilight Zone. Until next time, see you later.